Welcome back. In this video, we'll walk through another Jenkins automation example, this time for continuous testing and reporting. As an automation tool, you can really set up Jenkins to run whatever you want. So here we have configured Jenkins to continuously execute tests across a set of our environments. You see that we have two tests, a smoke test in our prod environment and an end-to-end test in our dev environment. From a results perspective, you can see on this dashboard that there are currently some issues with our end-to-end test, hence the cloudy storm, while our smoke test looks okay, a nice sunny sky. Let's start by looking at our smoke test first. We pull the configuration from our AWS code commit and set the job to run every 2 hours or if there are any code changes. For more info on build triggers and pulling configs from source control, you can go back and watch our previous Jenkins tutorial. Next, we use Docker to execute our Catalan tests. More on this later. And finally, we configured Jenkins to push success and fail notifications to our Slack channel. One really cool Jenkins feature is the results analyzer. Here you can view the visualized results of your test executions. Thankfully, there are currently no issues with our prod environment. This hasn't always been the case, and if we back out one level, you can see that at some point prod had some issues and were quickly resolved. It's good info to have. Now let's look at a more complex testing setup on our dev environment. These tests check app functionality across many different roles. As you can see based on the blue, the amount of tests we have has increased over time. We are currently approaching almost 70 test cases on each run. Since this set of tests are executed on the dev environment, it's not always going to be successful, either due to the automation script or changes to the dev environment itself. For example, in this section here, there was a problem with the environment, causing a large number of failures. Now let's dig into the configuration. Similarly to before, we pull from our AWS repo and set it to run every hour, or if any changes are committed to source code. Again, we use Docker to run our Catalan Studio tests. In this case, we run the tests on Chrome browser inside the Docker container. Docker is another topic that we won't get into now, but stay tuned to Qualitics for another tutorial. And there you have it. We have a set of tests continuously executing on both our dev and prod environments and are pushing notifications to our Slack channel as seen here.